What's good, everyone? My name is Salih Fisher, also known as SAZARUX, and welcome back to the channel. I wanted to go on and have a conversation to go over a specific topic that I had on the Salih Fisher show. And that topic would pretty much just be of losing yourself to the job that you don't own. And the reason being I wanted to go on and talk more about this is the fact that I know so many people, and I also work with more than a couple really amazing and highly skilled people who shouldn't even be at the job, that are taking jobs that don't care about them way too serious. And it's like, I'm not saying like not to go and do your job to the best of your abilities to overachieve and to go and get the best type of leverage you possibly can so that in case anything happens, you're always ready and you stay ready type stuff. No, I'm not talking about that. If you're going to do all that, that's great. But I'm talking about like if the job is blatantly not caring about you in the way, the same or even a similar way in which you are actually placing a lot of energy for, stop doing it. Slow down. Slow down. Because I'm telling you, if you keep doing it, if you keep overachieving, if you keep trying to go and be the brown nose, if you keep kissing ass, it's not going to go well for you. Because these jobs out here don't care about us as people like that. They care about us to go and get the job done. They care about us as workers. They care about us as a number. Most of the time, they don't even remember our birthdays or even know that we even have a last name, nor can they usually pronounce our first name. Sometimes, even in my case, I've had to deal with this more than a couple times, they forget that you even work for the company. So, just let that sink in for a sec. If these people that we work with are so great, why is it that almost any time that they want something, we can go and hop, skip, and jump at the beat of whatever drum that they're playing, but they can never just do the bare minimum, the smallest stuff, and just remember our names? It doesn't make any sense. However, what does make sense is getting things for yourself. You have to understand something. If you truly want things to work in your favor when it comes to this job thing, you got to be able to understand what works for you that doesn't work for others, but at the same time, never losing focus or the main goal of whatever you actually came to the job to do. At the same time as never losing the understanding that the job is always going to be temporary. You can try to force yourself to stay at the job for years, decades, or whatever, even like 30, 40, 50 years if you really wanted to do it, if the job is still around by then. However, you must understand, at the end of the day, you're still not in control of yourself 100%. You're still not operating at 100% of your own mental capacity, just whatever was programmed into you by the job, saying this is good enough, you can go home for the day, or hey, this is enough for this shift, we don't need anything else done, hey, you can't stay for overtime, we don't got it. You have to understand that if a job truly cares about you in the way that they always try to go and promote, no matter what's happening, the job's always going to have overtime in some way, shape, or form. They're going to make a will and a way for you to be able to continue to keep working until you can't. So that's one. That way your back's always up. Second, from day one, they'll always go and keep telling you about your benefits. Your benefits that you can go and utilize for your body, which is your health, your teeth, your eyesight, your hand movements, and even your family. Because these 5 are the main things that allows you to go and feel comfortable enough to go and keep working once they're taken care of and if the price is affordable. Because if your family's taken care of, your body's nice and right, your teeth are good, your eyesight's great, and everything else is checking out, then you're going to lose yourself into working, and you losing yourself into working even longer because everything else has been taken care of is kind of like a second life in a sense. You're going to keep going until you can't again, and then you're just going to keep redoing the same process all over again. And it's not going to be very long until you go and lose out about 5, 10, or even 15 years of life going to the same job and not realizing that you could have easily done the same amount of work somewhere else and got about twice or even 3 or even 4 times as much for doing a lot less work. And even if you wanted to do more work, you would have made tremendously more. So again, don't allow these jobs to keep messing with you. Do not allow them to go and get you to believe that this is the end all be all of all the jobs that you will ever have in your entire life. Because that's a very close minded way of thinking. Very interesting to say the least, but very close minded. And it is possible to go and get better from it. I'll say that. It's possible for you to go and get better from that mentality. It's possible to go and grow out of that mentality by actually branching out and finding other jobs that actually matter, because you don't want to go and just place all your eggs in one basket and then one day the job just cuts you loose only because they don't necessarily understand why you're still there. Or they do understand why you're still there, but worst case scenario, they just don't want to go and pay you. Or they believe that you're obsolete or whatever, because of possibly your age or health conditions or whatever you look like, or whoever you actually usually go and do work with. So it's a number of different factors that can easily go and disrupt or even destroy your entire way of living if that one job is compromised that you're placing all your eggs in one basket for and overachieving for. So the solution, in my opinion, would be to simply get your own job. Use the money that you go and get from your current job that you're trying to dedicate yourself to, and find something that resonates with you and invest into it. Invest into it as much as you can until you can finally begin to go and utilize it for profit. Once you can go and start utilizing it for profit, then you can start branching away from your main job. That way you're not always under its thumb, its tyranny, its rule, or anything. It's just you, your rules, your people that you are accepting of, and anything that you want to do, not what another person wants you to do. So I'm just saying in general, do not, again, allow people to go on and keep trying to convince you that it's okay to go on 100% lose yourself to a job that you do not own and that you do not fully understand does not care about you. Because at the end of the day, they will replace you almost immediately, no matter how many years have passed. If you prove to either be unuseful to them or if it's cost effective to get rid of you, they will take it. They will make excuses to go and bounce and get out of whatever relationship that you've ever had with them and try to get rid of you as fast as possible. Because to them, again, you're not valuable. You're not valuable enough. Most of the time, most of us aren't. A few of us might be every now and then, but even so, us valuable ones usually are never there for too long, because we're usually one of the first people that they go and get rid of because of whatever we cost. Usually we're going to cost a lot more than a regular person, and because of that, they don't want to go and keep paying that cost almost every day of every week, so we're usually the next to go. But if you're not the next to go and you know that you aren't, but you do have a great mindset, make sure to go and just start utilizing it to the best of your abilities so that you can go and become financially stable or financially wealthy, as well as the best that you can possibly be inside your household. That way everything else will be fine and starts, getting itself together. Anyway, though, that's all I really wanted to go and talk about with that. If you guys haven't already done so, again, make sure to go and give the video a like, share the video for the algorithm, as well as subscribe for more content, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye, and stay safe.